to present them. I almost skipped ahead.
These are my two favorites. They're my favorites
These
because
are like
they're
one
my
of the originals, right?
These are my two babies. These are my children of the kitchen. The very first two things I designed when I wanted to go into kitchenware design were these two pans.
And everyone thought you were crazy because you wanted to do ovals.
Well, yeah, and the reason I wanted to do ovals is because I lived in a very tiny apartment with my now husband, John, and we were cooking on a stove that was so tiny, it wasn't the size of a full stove. We could never fit two large round pots on the stove at the same time.
Sure.
I couldn't make spaghetti and meatballs. I mean, come on, I'm a little Sicilian girl, I gotta be able to make spaghetti and meatballs. So I thought if the pots were large capacity, but oval shape, and heavy enough to carry the heat evenly, you could fit two huge pans next to each other in a very narrow space, and it works.
I love it.
I also designed these two pots that if you could only own a colander, a good knife, and two pots your whole life, you could cook anything in the world.
Okay.
In this pan, it's shallow enough so I can make one steak, a grilled cheese, or fried egg.
Nice.
It's deep enough so I can make cioppino, soup, stew, chili. And it's got a helper handle, and it can go in the oven to 400 degrees for the bottom and 350 for the lid.
Nice.
So I can brown a whole pork loin, a giant turkey breast, a double, turkey breast, full breast.
Right.
I can do two small chickens. I could do an entire pork loin. I could do an entire beef roast and put it in the oven because it's also a roasting pan.
I love it.
You can make anything with just these two pans. Then, this baby, this is my little angel. I hated making spaghetti, which I do often, obviously. I'm a little Italian. I would make spaghetti and hate it because the pot was round, and you'd stand there, it would melt your makeup, wilt your hair, put you in a grumpy mood, and make it look like your clothes were all sweaty. Because you'd have to stand there waiting for the spaghetti or lasagna noodles or any long pasta to fit into the round pot.
Because heaven forbid you would break the pasta.
Well, that's just ridiculous. So now I just drop it and walk away.
See?
Done.
It fits.
It fits.
Ta-da.
Plus, it can fit a dozen ears of corn on the cob. You could have a whole clam bake in there. You could cook lobsters in there. I mean, it's crazy. A big, beautiful cioppino, though. Look at this. In the little tiny pan, in the 5-quart pan, enough cioppino for 6 people. It's not even full. Beautiful. And you can see when the seafood opens, when all the shellfish open, because it's got a little see-through lid. Handles stay cool on the counter. Of course, they do get hot if you roast in it.
Right.
You just drop the pasta in. You could do up to 3 pounds of pasta in this pot because it's 8 quarts. It's an enormous capacity.
Okay.
These are metal utensil safe, dishwasher safe. Hard anodized is my favorite. It's what I prefer to cook with at home. That and cast iron are my two faves. But this material, these are my two go-to pans. They never leave my stovetop, ever.
Okay.
I never put them in the cupboard.
Also lifetime warranty on these, so they're fantastic. Okay, while she's going to the oven, let me show you what your choices are. You're going to choose for the same price of 3 payments of $19.99, one or the other. You can choose the 5-quart covered oval saute, which is over here, or the 8-quart pasta pot. You're going to choose your color of the silicone handles. So we have both of them available in red. And we'll come in so you can see that red. The red's on the handles, the orange right here. Then down here is the blue, and then in the front is the green. And of course, these are gonna match back to your today's special value in all 4 of those colors as well. Get both if you can, because they're on Easy Pay today. And again, oven safe to 400, lids to 350. They are wonderful. And customer top rated. We've been scrolling ratings on the screen if you read them.
This isn't even done roasting yet, but just for example, this is an entire pork loin. You could cut 10 to 12 chops out of this, okay? An entire pork loin with big giant bulbs of fennel. You brown the pork, you slap the lid on it, put it in the oven to roast, then take the lid off to finish browning the top. That's why it has the helper handle, because this weighs several pounds. You can get it easily in and out of the oven. You can serve from it right at the table. It's metal utensil safe, or you could transfer it to a large carving board, let it rest, and then carve. But look at the capacity. That's what I said. If you had just 2 pans and a colander, there isn't anything you couldn't make between the 2 pans and the colander.
Well, the pasta pot is a slight edge over the saute right now, but they're both very popular.
The
and again, we're
pasta
showing.
pot will turn you into Lady and the Tramp. You'll be having that little spaghetti supper
Oh, this
and
is the
sharing the
night.
spaghetti. Yes, exactly. Feeding each other meatballs, Chianti, candlelight. You'll be dessert. It'll be very romantic.
Oh,
You'll
look
make
at that.
spaghetti all
Look
the
at giant
time.
roast in that thing.
Giant.
And again, oven safe to 350, and if that's with the lid, 400 without. Silicone handles are going to be resistant to heat on the stove top.
Of course they get hot in the
Wear your
oven.
oven mitts in the oven.
Right.
But dishwasher safe, because in the olden days of hard anodized,
You couldn't
they
do that.
would get discolored on the
That's
outside,
right,
would look
that's right,
ugly.
that's right.
So these are going to stay looking like new. They have a lifetime warranty, and you can get easy pay today. Use
They're my
your metal
babies. You love
utensils. Use the Rach has plastic utensils. You can use silicone or your metal utensils in these. And again, if you are somebody who has downsized and you don't have a lot of space on your stovetop,
This is it.
You
Get
can
these
fit
2
both
pieces.
of these.
And I don't even put mine away. I swear to you, these 2 pieces are always on my stove because I use them almost daily.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. I can't believe all the ears of corn that fit in that.
A dozen
8
ears
quart.
of corn, a whole huge clam bake, lobsters, whatever you like.
Fantastic.
Whole roast fish, whole pork loin, giant beef roast for the holidays, 1 little fried egg, 1 grilled cheese. There isn't anything you can't make in them. Chili, all your comfort foods, they roast, they cook on the stovetop. They're the 2 most perfect. I can't even believe. I can't even believe I was involved in their creation.
I just got to show. I got to show you something. All right, so I'm going to steal some of these props. All right, so looky. Oh, we don't have yellow. Where's the blue one? All right, so pardon me while I'm
all
walking
of
clear
the-
over here.
yeah, all of
I just
the
want to
bubble and
show
brown
you
colors tie back.
the today's special values match. So if you're picking up orange, we also have the blue, the green, the lighter shade of green, and then the red. So if you want to do color coordinating, isn't that
you
awesome?
could get
I love it.
the largest set of bubble and brown we've ever done.
Yeah.
And a pasta pot and the skillet, and you're done for life.
For $120.
You give away everything else in the kitchen.
I like it. I like